Hey, everybody. Before we start, I just want to talk about this podcast. I'm excited about this podcast. I'm in the middle of shooting right now a America's Got Talent spinoff, which is called the
Fantasy League.
Right. And it starts.
Did you forget what it was called?
Yeah. It starts March 19th. And anyway, the big surprise there is that Mel B, formerly of the Spice Girls, well, still of the Spice Girls, is back judging again. So we said we'd love to have you on the podcast. Before I talk about that, I want to say,
She's very spicy.
well, I just want to say that she is unpredictable, and so unpredictable that we couldn't even get her here. So we went there. And which is scary because she is scary.
Scary Spice.
I didn't even think about that because there are no holes barred, which is a problem when we're on the set of AGT. You know, you don't know what she's going to say, and I'm concerned. But she says a lot. She doesn't hold back.
And you might get in trouble.
2 words: exploding penis. I'm not going to say anymore, except that you feel free to subscribe. Go to HowieMandel.com, get our merch, and I apologize in advance. What?
We should make shirts with exploding goat penises. We should make shirts with exploding goat penises.
What?
Never mind. Just watch and you'll see what I'm talking about.
This is exciting because unlike our normal podcast, we're coming to you. Why would you think I was talking to you? No, I'm not going to tell you. But we're on the set of AGT, America's Got Talent, the Fantasy League. And I wanted to make sure because our guest just flew in for this, does not live here in America, lives in England. Very excited.
She just flew in for us right now?
Yeah, the podcast. And after she does Howie Mandel Does Stuff, she said if she's got some extra time, she'll stay and do America's Got Talent Fantasy League.
That's really nice of her.
So we'll see how long this interview goes. But it's Mel B.
I'm excited.
Mel B, ladies and gentlemen.
I love Mel.
All right, Mel B is still not here. Mel B is still not here. I thought she would get here during the rolling credits or our opening. She is still not here. But she's early. We're early. Is it us?
Why do you always want to roll before your guest is available or here? Like, why is that your thing?
It isn't my thing.
It is your thing.
Can I be honest with the people at home?
Yeah.
This is always rolling. And we just show you the part, like this part. Throughout my life, there is always a camera rolling.
That's weird.
Your mom
Did mom appreciate that?
Your mom loves it. In fact, we have some tape I can roll to find out where you came from and how you were conceived.
Let's not.
Let's watch.
Let's not.
No? Wait, our guest is here.
Wow, this is a whole setup.
Our guest is here. What do you mean it's a whole setup? You didn't think it was a whole setup?
It's really a whole setup.
Yeah, that's Mel B right there, and that's your mic.
Hi.
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 Do you remember
Hi.
Jackie?
Yes, I do remember.
You already said hi.
How are you?
Upstairs. Good.
I know you.
So I was going to say, you got to put that on for them to hear
put
you.
it on.
Okay. We're so excited, Mel,
Why?
for
For
you.
you. It's all about you.
It's all about you. Mel B, Melanie Brown. Melanie Brown is in the house.
I am.
From the UK. Let me just give you a formal introduction.
How long have you been doing this?
You did.
We've been
give
on for
a
about 5 minutes.
introduction.
No, I
This
mean
is
in
what he
general,
does.
in life.
2 years.
That's good.
We started this during COVID.
COVID, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
that
do you like it?
No.
Well, people like it.
No.
Yeah,
no.
they
we
do.
just,
Loads of people like it, don't they?
No.
No, a lot of people like us, we don't like each other.
We don't like.
Oh,
doing
your
it.
father and daughter. That's nice.
Isn't that nice? Will you work with your kids?
Yeah.
Let me give you an introduction, and then
Why?
we'll talk, because I want to tell people, all the people they know you. We have a Spice Girl.
Yes.
We have a musician. We have a movie star, right? We have
Judge?
a mom, a judge, a
Thingamabob.
hero. You're a hero. You know that In fact, she was so much of a hero that she got awarded. And I didn't know exactly what this was up until last week. She's an MBE.
Member of the British Empire.
Yes. Which you would think.
What?
No, she
So-
went
so
to
the Queen
Buckingham
gives it to
Palace.
you.
She went to Buckingham Palace, and William actually gave it to you, right?
Yeah, he did.
William, there are pictures to prove this. She
And
was
Victoria dressed me and my mum.
Victoria
But
Beckham.
she put a
I know who
split
that is.
in my dress here, so he had to pin it right there, which was a bit embarrassing.
Well, was that obviously if she designed the dress
Yeah, but I
for
didn't
that?
realize that the slit was like booby.
But Victoria did. So was it William? Was it meant so that William
Is that
could
a
enjoy the
present
moment as
for-
much as you?
I think she did that on purpose, the little bitch, but it looked
Yeah.
really great though.
You did look amazing.
The dress was nice. She's
And your
got great
mom was
clothes.
there with you.
Yeah, she was nervous.
Well, because
She
you
kept
go
on going to
Buckingham-
the bathroom for little pop-offs.
pop-offs.
Nervous poops.
No,
Yeah.
no. Pop-offs are
Pop-offs.
farts.
Farts.
I know, but there is such thing as nervous poops too. When people
Yeah,
get
a last-minute
nervous, you
poop.
have
When your
to
mother
poop.
gets nervous, she farts
Well, she did. She did.
in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah. And I had to spray air freshener.
Do you bring
You
air
brought
freshener?
it?
You
No,
bring
it's there. Well, hairspray.
Buckingham hairspray.
Yeah, just to
That's not the
disguise
same
the
thing
smell.
as
I know, but
air
it was just
freshener.
embarrassing if anybody else went in there.
So this went
Anyway,
from.
so I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
No, I just love the idea that it went from being awarded, like that is one of the highest honors in the world, let alone in Britain.
Well, it goes
to your mother farting in the bathroom.
MBE, OBE, and then you get knighted and stuff like that.
Just make it the top.
Are you working towards being knighted?
Well, the thing is, you can't decide if you get an MBE or an OBE.
Do you want to
The
ask
Queen
her what she got it
decides.
for?
What did you get it for? I
For
don't
bringing
do.
awareness to domestic violence and stuff like that. Quite
Oh, that's
serious
amazing.
stuff.
Not only did she bring awareness to it, not only is she a victim of it, and we'll talk about what happened.
Nothing.
She's dropping shit.
Let's talk about domestic
These
violence. and
why
there's
have we got really
somebody-
uncomfortable chairs in your set where you have it at home in the valley, all the way in the valley? Is it?
We're not in the valley now.
Do you have comfortable chairs?
They
Yeah.
are really comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, so I missed
He's a
out.
You said
spokesperson
no.
for Staples that has the most comfortable
Are
chairs.
you?
I am.
What do you have to do?
I get paid and
Yeah.
say that they have the best.
Really comfortable
quote-
chairs.
But they have really
And do you
good
get
stuff.
free furniture?
I have gotten furniture from them.
Well, you should have done it
Office
today.
furniture. This is AGT's furniture. Anyway, we were talking about something serious, Mel. Why are you breaking it?
No,
Why
I'm
are you
just-
going to break it?
That's not part of the set, is it?
What?
Well, it was.
You cheaped out. That's gaffer tape.
It's not me here. We came to you.
They came here to set
I
everything
know that
up.
is really nice.
Yeah.
And that's your son.
Yeah.
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 That's
He did
really
this,
nice.
and you're ruining his
I'm
art
sorry.
project.
Let's stick it on the wall.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if they're gonna the people here that are.
Well, it says AGT on the wall.
I know, but now you're gonna.
It's gone wrong.
It's going well.
It's gone wrong. Oh, you've got it there anyway. And we're at work, aren't we? This is our break,
Yep.
and we're here.
Okay.
We'll move it to this side. Where's your wife?
At home.
Oh, I like your wife.
Okay. All
Right.
Ready?
Go on then.
Okay. So you
You
have,
didn't mention she's also a comedian. I saw you do jokes.
Oh no, I'm not a comedian, but
No,
I
I
do
saw
like
think
you
I'm
are
very
one of
funny.
the funniest, most
I do
enjoyable
think I'm
people on
funny.
television. You are funny.
Well,
And
I
you know
laugh
why?
at
Because you're
myself.
natural. And very few people do, and that's a real sense of humor. Is the fact that you, even if you fuck up,
Yeah.
you know you fucked up, and then nobody laughs harder than you.
We should have had those lights because they make you look really pretty.
Do you want us to relight?
I think you should bring that light in
Alex,
there.
Alex,
I would.
move it. We could
He
relight
just
it.
sighed.
I would.
He's not happy.
Well, there.
See, that's going to be better.
I don't
Look
think
at that.
the people who are
I've
watching
come
this-
to life.
Does it look good? But they set up the
Put it a
camera
bit
so
further
that-
down, or you can tweak it in post.
You can what?
Tweak it in post.
That's
Tweak it.
how. That's better. Look at me
We're
now.
not going to get to interview.
Look
We're
at me
just
now.
gonna-
Seriously.
Look.
Look.
Yeah.
You have to look in the camera and see if
Yeah.
it's good.
Or you
Is
should
it?
move the cameras over because I'm.
You wanna
well,
move the
Well,
camera?
I'm going like this, aren't I?
That's your camera right there. There. Well, I'm talking to you. You can't.
Yeah, but I want to hit the light. Heidi's always told me about the light. Doesn't that look better?
Does it look better, Alex?
Yeah, it does. See?
Alex.
Is there anything we need to fix before
No,
we?
look at her camera. Look
I
at
know,
her.
but I can see everything.
Okay. Did
See,
you-
that looks better.
You know, they got here an hour before to set this up and to set up
An
the lighting
hour?
and the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He was busy taping that.
They
That
said,
took
and
a
the people
long
here at
time.
AGT said they wanted to make sure that the hashtag AGT was, no, but that sign was hashtag ABC.
Well, why don't you
AGT.
have your sign? What's
That
this
was a
called
sign.
again? Howie does.
Stuff.
Yeah, why didn't you have your
Howie
sign?
Mandel does stuff. Because it
This
was
is his sign right here. This him.
they
Him.
said that we could
No,
do it
but
on
this
the
is
set
your
as
show.
long as
Who
we
came
have.
up with the name?
What do you? Howie Mandel does stuff.
Yeah.
Me.
This is a point of
What
contention
do you? Are you
between the two
still
of us.
more lighting?
Yeah.
Are you asking for more
Both
lighting?
sides.
Really?
So who came up with the
A lot of
slogan?
shows start with the set already lit.
Who came up with the thing? Was it you?
Howie Mandel was
Me?
my parents.
No.
Yeah, does stuff.
No, not me. I wanted my name in it too. And
Why
Really?
isn't your
Is that
name
better?
in it?
You happy?
Yeah, look at that. Pow pow. Yes.
All right. If you've been
You
watching
feel
up
white,
until
so
now,
you don't need lighting. I need to be like spruced
Is this
up a
bad
bit.
though? Is there like light in my glasses?
Yeah.
are we all? It's okay.
just-
No,
It's all right.
no,
Everything
it's
I
fine.
had-
No, we'll get this adjusted. Each of these podcasts are about an hour, and we should have it right at about 58 minutes. We'll get
Yeah.
it right, and then we'll start.
I was gonna get that other one, but I think two's enough because
You
I've
wanna
got
see?
that big one too.
We got time. Do you want to see?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's hot in here though, but you've got a fan, so we'll turn that on later. Really hot.
Later.
But that makes sound.
Oh.
Do you want to
Well,
hear
is
it?
it a
Do you
loud
wanna
one
hold
or
it?
is it a quiet
I don't
one?
know. Turn on the fucking fan. Turn on the fan. Turn on the fan and real close.
It's
so
a
that
quiet
she's blow-
one.
Okay,
I could
well,
pretend
move
that
it
I'm in
here,
a
so
Mariah
there.
Carey
We had
video.
So it's
issues
let
with
it
background
blowing.
noise.
She
Didn't
should
we
be
already
blowing.
have issues with background noise?
No.
See,
So
that's
Alex?
fine. I can't hear
Yeah.
it. Can you hear
Alright,
it?
so-
See?
Wow.
Look at that.
It's so cool.
Now we're
So
talking.
Wait, it's picking it up?
you wrote
Yeah.
a book.
Oh, it's picking it
It's
up.
okay.
But if you
we
stand
know-
a bit, if you stand there.
You're going to have him stand the whole time and hold it?
Well, we haven't got a tripod thing.
A tripod for a
For
fan.
a fan?
So it hits direct. You have to hit it right when you've got curly hair.
I wouldn't
The
know.
last time you
I
had
wouldn't
someone
know.
relight your whole set, remember, was Bob.
That's better though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all better.
See?
Yeah, you said we only have a certain amount of time with you, and we haven't asked even one question.
I'll go on then.
So you were awarded the.
You've already said that.
I know, but I
But you
wanted
didn't
to.
get to a question.
I'll go on.
She doesn't even know why, and I'm telling you, many of our viewers know that you were awarded, but don't know why. And
What
you
if
said
we-
for domestic violence. You
Yeah.
wrote a book.
Yeah.
You opened.
Why are you shouting? Go on.
Because I'm trying to talk
Go
over
on
the
then.
fucking
Go on.
fan.
Go on.
The
Go
fan
on.
is loud.
Go on.
Yes, I want the people at home. The fan's loud.
How about we
Is
do
it-
something
should we
turn it
different?
down?
We
Turn
should
it down.
do something
What?
different this time.
It is loud. Kyle's saying it's too loud.
How loud on a scale from 1 to 10?
I mean, it's background noise.
Perfect. Oh no. Maybe turn it down a little bit. I'm still getting it though.
Well, as long as you're comfortable.
That's better, isn't it?
Your friend
That better?
Randy's here. You left for about 10 minutes, right? 5 minutes?
Maybe turn it down a little bit more.
3. You haven't missed a fucking thing.
No, we have. No, this is good. Go on.
We've relived,
I'm ready.
we've re-aired. Okay.
I feel like this episode you shouldn't ask any questions and you should just let her.
I'm not asking any questions. So
No,
don't-
you are. Go on. Go on.
I'm not asking.
I'm
I was
listening.
informing. I was informing how.
About the MBE thing.
No,
Yeah.
I said that, but the reason you were awarded it because you're bringing awareness to domestic violence. You wrote
Yeah.
a book. You have a great book. The title of the book is
Brutally honest.
Brutally
Actually,
honest.
I've just written some more chapters. Oh yeah, I can tell you that. I've just written a few more chapters, and that's coming out soon.
You just have 2 chapters
Chapters?
coming?
You
A
write-
few more chapters, so it updates like 5 more extra chapters.
So it'll be like the soft cover, the paperback.
Yeah, so that's coming out soon. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's coming out soon. I just like
And
finished
you
that.
opened up. Not only do you have a charity, but you have a place for battered women or battered people in domestic violence.
Shelters and refuge. I can never say it right. Refuges.
Well, refugees is different than
No, I
refuge.
know.
A
That's
place
why
for-
I always
a
say it
place.
wrong.
We'll leave you
I
for
have
a
a
minute.
place for them to go.
Refuge.
A shelter.
A refuge,
Yeah.
a shelter, a refuge. Yeah. So these women, and it's just for women only and their children. You know, if they escape their abuser in the middle of the night, they've got somewhere to go. And that is literally down the street from my
Is it
my house.
specifically in the UK or in the US?
It is, well, it's all over the UK, but
Yeah.
specifically mine's in Leeds. And then I
And
go
Leeds
and
is where
I
she's
go
from,
and
just
hang
north
out
of
with
London.
them.
And she goes there.
Yeah, I
and
go
you
and
still
have
do
my therapy
counseling,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are beyond doing that. That is heroic because not only
Aw.
was your life saved, but I think
Yeah.
that when people hear your story and it gives them, because as somebody who has not experienced that, what's amazing is knowing you like I did. You were scary. You are scary Spice. You talk about girl power. You talk about, anybody would think that you are not like
the person that could get.
You are a
Thing is,
superhero.
Domestic violence happens. It can happen to anybody, no matter race, gender, how rich, how poor you are. It can happen to anybody.
And
literally.
you I don't know how much you want to share, but you came really close to death.
Oh yeah, many times.
Yes.
At the hands of my abuser. But that's kind of morbid to talk about. But it is an epidemic, having said that.
But it's real.
So
we
I'm
talk
glad that
about
I get to share my story and my message.
And you have 3 kids.
Yeah, and I have 3 kids.
And they saw it, they witnessed it.
Yeah, my oldest one.
Phoenix, who is stunning and is now doing
She
modeling
does a
with
lot
you.
of stuff for my charity too. She does modeling with me too, yeah.
Yeah, but you guys, do you have a campaign? I saw some sort of campaign with you in Phoenix. And your abuser is still out there.
Yeah, but we won't give him a platform, but yeah.
No, I won't mention.
And abusers don't stop until they're actually physically stopped by the court or the justice system. But the thing about the justice system is it's all back to front. They need to redo the whole entirety when it comes to dealing with the women in those kind of situations, because they haven't got a clue and they haven't got the right support system in place. I mean, the Met Police have stepped up in the UK. They're now educating people that go to houses where they've phoned up and, like I said, domestic violence. Now they're being educated.
But
and
you
that's
never
one of
went
my
to the
things.
police.
I was too terrified. And a lot of women think that they're not going to be believed. So they don't go to the doctor. They don't go to the police. They just hang on
even
for
when you
dear
were
life.
working-
Though I've heard from, I listen to a lot of like true crime podcasts, and a lot of the time it starts with domestic violence. And a lot of the stories say even when they do go to the police,
They're
the
not
police
believed.
don't do anything until it's too late. Like you
Yeah,
have to.
a lot of the time.
Yeah, and they won't do anything just.
But
with,
that's all about re-educating the whole system and starting in schools, starting at home, being able to talk about it more openly and freely. Because when
But
I
you
brought
came
my
this close to death. I know
Yeah,
that we
a
saw
lot-
you
a few times.
at work with bruises and things,
Yeah.
and you always made excuses. And I know your buddy Randy was sitting here. I think he's responsible also for saving your life.
oh
too.
yeah, yeah.
He did. I heard a story where that you were actually dying, and he
Yeah.
pulled out the phone, and
And
you wanted to
literally
call
got me up off the
911.
floor. Yeah. Well, it's 999.
Pardon me.
It's 999 in England,
Okay.
just in case you ever need it.
All right. That's good to know. It's
Good.
informative.
Yeah.
But they got the point anyway. Not
Yeah.
everything has to be correct.
So that was
That was
a
that.
time in my life. But the thing is with
But it's
abuse,
something
you
you
live
still
with
work-
it.
and you
you
still
know,
work
you
on it.
can't just pretend it never happened. No matter how much therapy you go to, it's always there. So you have to live with it side by side.
Do you think it affected your children?
Definitely. I'm sure it still affects them to this day, but we have counselling, we talk really open about it. And it's a thing where you just end up living with it for the rest of your life, unfortunately.
Well, you're doing the good work. Moving on a little bit, Spice Girls.
Oh, that's good.
Spice Girls.
What
there
about 'em?
Are they coming back? I always hear they're coming
I
back.
hope
Well-
so.
All right, we're in a commercial now for Raycon. You look bored. What's wrong?
I'm in a
Let's start again. Let's start again.
Let's not. Just keep going.
Really?
Yeah.
And also, how could you be bored with that? Kenny, it's not the holidays yet. Enough with the holiday sounds. And they're chaotic.
I love the holidays.
I know, but this is crazy. This is a little early, and it's no. You're not even in time with the bells. Anyway, these are Raycon, and I love Raycon, and I would love to put my Raycon in now so I didn't have to hear what Kenny is put in the background here.
No, you know what you could do? You could put your Raycons in so you can listen to it even louder and enjoy the holidays. Did you already start decorating?
No, I never decorate.
Why?
I don't. I just don't. I'm not into decorating because
But have you started your shopping for the holidays?
I did do my shopping for the holidays.
You could get Raycon.
Hint, hint. The beauty of Raycon is the quality of sound versus the price. You know, you're getting the same quality that you get from other companies that have higher prices, yet you don't pay those kind of prices.
And Raycon first made the name for themselves in the audio space with products like their everyday earbuds, known for delivering high quality and thoughtful features like a 32-hour battery life. What? And the
You don't hear
perfect-
that bell? You don't-
It's
Isn't
my
that bothering
watch.
you? Oh,
No.
that's added. Okay.
And a perfect in-ear fit,
not
which
your
I
watch,
like
it's
the
Kenny.
most. No. Oh, the bells.
I can't
I like
concentrate.
I like the bells. It's,
Okay.
It's holiday eve.
Anyway,
To get everyone in the holiday shopping spirit a bit early, Raycon is currently offering 20% off everything on their site with select products up to 50% off.
how do they get that?
What? You hurry now to buyraycon.com/howiedoesstuff to get 20 to 50% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/howiedoesstuff to score up to 50% off Raycon products.
can't listen to-
buyraycon.com/howiedoesstuff.
Kenny. The holiday. It doesn't stop with you, does it? This is another sponsor. Same sound.
Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
Prize Picks.
You
A
know-
different sponsor.
Yeah, which I love because it's the most fun I had making 25 times the money I put in.
And I told you I like it because my husband uses it all the time too. With the basketball season here, you can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports or leagues. For example, like LeBron James plus Travis Kelce. We all know Travis Kelce now.
Oh, isn't that Travis?
Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
The biggest Swiftie there is.
Yeah, at a 10.5
I wonder if he is a
combo
Swiftie.
of 3 points made.
What I mean
Plus
is
receptions.
he finishes fast.
Good job, Dad.
There you go.
Prize Picks even offers a reboot policy so that your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and does not return in the second, the player is rebooted.
Yeah.
Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy sports platform with with an injury insurance policy. Do you hear those bells going off? That's bells for Prize Picks. You know?
I don't. No, I'm
heard
just.
it?
I wish I could. I wish we could have a producer pick
Yeah.
because I wouldn't pick Kenny.
Anyways, my husband has been using it. He loves it. I don't mind it because he's able to do it really fast. Therefore, he's able to come help me with the kids and stuff. And it doesn't take him a long time to do his whole fantasy league
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. So how do they get involved?
You go to prizepicks.com/Howie and use code Howie for our first deposit match up to $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is go to prizepicks.com/Howie
Howie.
and use the code Howie for a first deposit matchup up to $100.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? That is great. This sound, not so great. Not enjoying the holidays. Not enjoying the holidays. They're not even here. And I want it to go away right now.
No, I love them.
Kenny.
So good. Keep it going, Kenny.
Mom's going to be so mad that we're using her back on this one. Isn't she?
How did Kenny get a picture of Mom's back?
I don't know. But she loves the product. I love the product. Look at this. Look at this. I'm making shapes. I do face art with Harry's. Enough with the sounds, Kenny. Okay.
Did you say who the sponsor was?
Harry's.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's Harry's. Oh my God. Nobody is listening because they're looking at all these amazing pictures of my wife's back.
You use Harry's.
I do.
Who do you shave for?
Me, look at me. I'm gorgeous.
You don't
I like
shave for anyone? You don't shave for Mom or your kids?
I say, you shave your back, I'll shave mine.
Okay.
Is that a saying? I think it is.
No, it's not.
It isn't it? Anyway, that's our. And then you know what? We got this. It's called the trial set. They make creams, they make washes, lotions that'll keep your skin healthy and hydrated. I'm healthy and hydrated. Look at me. I'm Howie by Harry.
And they make their own blades. They
Yeah.
have their own factory.
They do.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to try Harry's. There really is no reason. So go to harrys.com/Howie
Wait, did you tell them that the starter set is a $13 value?
for just $3.
At harrys.com/Howie.
Yeah, so you're getting like a huge discount.
This is good for the holiday season too, to get this for people you love.
This is really
that you
good.
want them to shave.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. So
Yeah.
you want all your friends to be smoother. Is that true?
Well, I need it. For me, for my
Yeah.
legs.
So, get your best shave ever with Harry's razors and skincare products. Get a $13 starter set for just $3 at harrys.com/Howie. That's harrys.com/Howie for a $3 starter set.
That's cheap.
Oh, I can't listen to this anymore. Back to the show.
Well, we are. We are.
And is there more? Is there more to it? Is everybody coming back?
Yeah,
Wow, you heard it here. That's great.
but that's it.
That's it?
I can't tell you more about it because
What
it's
more
not
do we
being
have to
Are
know?
there
properly
plans
announced.
though? You guys
Yes.
are okay.
I know that you're
But
also.
there are plans.
I don't know if you've noticed her hand, but she's engaged
Congratulations.
to. You said a childhood friend,
Yeah.
Rory.
You're really nosy. You know a lot.
No, you told me. I didn't even ask.
Oh.
That's a nice ring. You go. This is Rory, a childhood friend.
You've
And
met him before. He's really nice, really sweet.
I did meet him before. When you told me his name, I looked him up and I remember meeting him. He's a really nice guy.
Really nice guy.
And do you have a date set?
Well, because I've got an MBE, I have to now go to the, what's it called?
Lou?
The parish, the church, the
Church?
main person.
The main person. You go to the main
Yeah,
person.
go to the main person,
The
and then
king.
they give me
king?
a
The
date.
king. The king.
What?
No, but they give me the priest. That's it, the priest. Then they give me a date.
Really? That's
They-
the word you were looking
Yeah.
for?
They give me a date, and then I can get married where Princess Diana got married, like in the palace.
Because
stuff.
you want to, or because that's now what you have to do? Because
I don't have to do it, but
Okay.
it's one of the perks of getting a.
Oh, you can get good
MBE.
location.
Yeah.
And so you'll get married in that big
Palace.
cathedral.
Cathedral, St. John's
whatever.
Cathedral.
Yeah, St. John's. And I also read that Victoria is going to make you a gown for that.
Well, I'm
Are you the
gonna have
closest
lots of I'm gonna have lots of gowns. I think.
What do you mean?
No,
Well,
a lot of
because-
people do that. A lot of people have multiple dresses.
Yeah. So she's going to
did.
be one
All at
of
once?
them. No, so you have the church gown, and then say you want to do it again, like in a hot country, you have that gown,
Oh, I
then you
didn't- that's
change
not what I
into
meant.
another gown, and then you have, the dinner gown. There's like gown after gown.
No.
So you don't want to be
That's
in
like
the
a share
same
show.
gown for the whole entire day.
Oh, I know. So there's an outfit that's a little more casual.
No. Well, not where I'm concerned. I'm going to have like more gowns.
You're going to have a lot of gowns.
None of
Yeah.
which are casual.
No.
And part of the wedding
The
in this
bedtime will be casual, like suspenders and stuff.
Suspenders.
Suspenders.
Yeah, like did
So
you
like
do
he's
that?
having
Didn't
sex
you
with
do the,
That's like having sex with Larry King.
No. Well, you call them. I call them suspenders.
Garters.
Oh.
Garters.
No, not garters.
Suspenders. Suspenders. Are they
No.
called suspenders?
No. Suspenders are what old
Are
fat
like
men
the-
wear to hold
Oh,
up their
not
pants.
that. What are they called?
I don't know what
They're
you're doing.
called something. Rich will know because he's a pervert. The thing is, your girlfriend's there. Oh, well, that's nice. Sorry. He is
She
though.
knows.
The thing is, what are they called?
Garters. Garters. I think I'm right.
They're
Garters.
not called garters.
Garter.
Huh?
No, the strap thing.
Not a camisole, a strap where you have to hold your thingy up.
Yeah.
Garters.
Garter belt. Kyle knows.
I don't think it's a garter belt.
It's definitely not
Suspenders.
suspenders.
I swear to God, we
All
call them
right.
suspenders.
You
Honey,
could
I'm
probably
feeling
hold them
I'm
up
feeling a
with-
little hot. Go get the suspenders.
They're called suspenders.
You could
I
probably
swear
hold
to
them
God.
up with suspenders, but if you just
But
get
you do
long
it
enough
there.
ones.
So then that
I have an
outfit won't
image
be
of
casual.
Larry King with crotchless boxers on.
So then you have your bedtime outfit, which is a bit more casual.
That's not different gowns. There's one wedding
No.
gown.
Well,
and then you
there's not
change
always
into-
one.
Well, I'm going by like in the royal. I watched the. I know Meghan Markle. I was not invited, but I gave her first job.
As always, the lady,
yes.
the box thingy, the briefcase.
In the box thingy.
Yeah.
Yes, deal or no deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was she nice then?
I don't even remember her.
That's,
I'd like
that's
to be.
mean.
That's not nice.
That's not nice.
No, it's not nice to
not
not
nice to
remember
say that.
somebody.
You just say yes.
No, it's yes.
Yeah, she was-
You
Yeah.
just say, yes, she was part of my crew,
Yes, she was part of my crew,
but I don't really remember
but I don't really
having a
remember.
conversation with her.
I don't even remember saying anything. Except
So-
I probably talked to her. Probably said, "Open the case." I probably did that.
Yeah, well, you would have done.
I did that.
How long was she on your show for?
I don't know.
Was it your show?
Yeah.
Did you invent it?
No.
Mel B does stuff.
What do you mean?
What the fuck is
I
going
thought
on?
it was
Mel B
you.
does
I
stuff.
thought it was your show, and then you have the things in Vegas with you all over it.
Well, I was the host.
Oh, I thought you were like the brains behind it, or you helped produce
No, I'm
it
the
or
brains
something.
behind this, and apparently I'm scattered. I'm scatterbrained.
I
today.
really thought that you were
I know.
part of like
No.
the making
He
of
was
it.
the last one hired.
Don't help.
What does that mean?
Like they had everyone first, right? Before they even hired
Even the
you, even the
models.
models.
Yeah.
And were you the last pick?
Probably a lot of people said no.
Well,
and
yes,
then I
because
did
then
it.
you got hired, and then
Why
they
do
didn't
I
have
feel
to pick
bad?
anyone else.
And how,
was
when
not
did you
about
start
me.
that?
This is
Like
2005.
2 days before they started filming,
Yeah,
he
they
got
didn't
hired.
really want me.
How
and
many years ago was that?
2005. You do the math. We don't have
2005.
time. Is this going
that's
well?
good.
All right.
I think
And
it's
you're
going
still
well.
doing it in different countries or not?
So the Spice Girls are coming back. And
Are
we've
you
got a
doing it in
lot of
different
best-
countries?
I did it. Well, we just did one. I'm not the host, but we just did
Do
one.
you get to
in-
produce it now?
I'm producing one.
See?
Yeah. Okay.
See, that's
What-
good, isn't it?
Who are you talking
Isn't that where
to?
you earn the money when you produce it, so you're just not the face?
I'm making a lot of money. Yeah, I'm making a lot
That's
of money.
good.
It is good.
I know you are because you've got a boat and you invited me on your boat.
Yeah.
And then you disinvited me.
I'd never disinvited you. I did.
Yeah, you said
mean
You're
this
a liar.
time round you
Yeah.
can come on my boat, and you showed me a picture of it.
The
It was
boat.
all big and all stuff like
I have
that.
a big boat.
And then nothing. He said, "Oh yeah, I tried to hire the captain, but the captain said he was busy." I was like, "Well, you invited
That's
me."
true. That we need a captain because I don't know how to drive the boat. Do you want to
Well,
die
if
in a
you-
boat?
If you own a boat, you should learn how to drive it. It's like,
No.
what's the point of having a car if you can't drive it?
No,
Are you a
he's
good
driven-
driver?
I have a car.
I didn't ask you that. Are you a good driver?
I don't have any points on my license.
Okay.
Do you get points here if you do red
Yeah,
lights
yeah.
and
Where
stuff
do you
like
keep
that?
looking?
Rich. He answers every question for her. She only looks at Rich.
So I don't have any points on my license. I've never crashed.
Hey, you've never crashed.
Injured anyone. Well, my car has like the stop stuff.
the stop
Brakes.
stuff.
So if I go too close
call
to
them
somebody,
brakes
it
in
stops.
America.
the stop stuff.
Or if I weave it in and out of the lines, you know, the thing is, it'll push me
li-
back
the
in the
thingies.
push me back on.
It drives for you.
Self-driving.
No, it
auto
doesn't
driving.
self-drive.
It doesn't.
Because I think that would freak me out. Do you know they have drive taxis now here in LA?
Yeah, and
Yes.
they've had problems with them.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah.
One was going a bit mad. But anyway, no, I don't think I'd feel comfortable with that.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about marriage, because since I'm about to get married, so
Yeah.
you've been married for how long?
43 years.
You've been married for how long? Are you divorced?
No, I'm
No.
still married.
Still married? Okay, well, people get
10
divorced.
years.
10 years?
Yeah.
And yours is?
I'm still 43. I mean, you can come back to me when it's 44.
And so how do you do it then?
How do you get married or how do you stay
How
married?
do you, what is the, don't do bad body language.
Oh, this.
Is that bad body language?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, okay.
So how do you maintain it? That's open, that's good.
That's good. So how do
That's
I
open.
maintain a marriage?
Yeah.
Do you see my wife in the room?
I saw her the other day on set.
I know, but do you see her now?
No.
Terry.
No?
No?
No. That's what works. She likes
So you
when
don't
I-
bring her to work?
No, she doesn't want to be like the.
Well, she has her own career, I'm guessing.
She has her own career and her own life, and most of our
Oh,
life.
that's boring though.
Uh,
That's if you just do live separate lives, but
Yeah.
then you just come together at night.
Well, not always at night. We can come together like we've done. I've had sex with my wife at 11:30
I'm
in the
sure
morning,
you're
right?
doing-
11:30.
Oh
When
my
do I have
God,
sex
a
with your
morning.
wife?
No, why are you asking me?
I mean,
Ask Rich.
you're a product of it.
Rich knows. So how
You're
have
you're
you? So 10 years, and I've met your hubby.
Yes.
There's the music producer.
Yes.
Yeah, I like him. He's nice.
Well, same as you. He's been one of my best friends since high school.
oh,
So I think that's why we were friends first.
Did your mum
And
say
you too.
to
That should have
you?
been your answer. You were friends since you were young.
Yes,
Well,
I've known-
you've taken that. Did your mum say to you, "You marry your best friend"?
She did not say that, but they really liked. They were pushing for him for a long time.
My mum
I
said
think
to
the
me,
key
"Marry
is.
the best."
You know what makes it
friend."
work?
What?
One gown. That's all I'm saying. That's the secret. Starts at
But
the wedding
that was
night.
a long time ago. You got married.
10
Maybe
years.
it was one gown
One gown.
back then. I bet you didn't have just one gown, did you?
I did only because they paid, so I only had one
I
gown.
bought
Why have you been tight?
Well, because you know what she wanted?
What?
She wanted to get married at Disneyland.
That's nice.
It is not. Then I would have to be King
Mariah
Triton.
Carey did that
A bunch
What?
of times, right?
Yeah, and look
with
how
Nick
that worked
loads
out.
of times.
With Nick.
But it still was
didn't work out,
beautiful.
So did that work out? Nick
It doesn't
Cannon?
matter if it doesn't work out. It's like a girl's dream
He
to
said
have.
no.
Yeah, to
He
get
said
married
no.
at Disneyland, and then 5 years later, he has children with 11 other ladies.
He said
Yeah, but
no.
that's him
That's
though.
yeah.
That's him. That's not
That's
her
like a Cinderella
hobby.
story.
The only reason he said no was because I wanted everyone to dress up as well, and I wanted him to be King Triton, and he wouldn't
That's a
come to
bit
my
much.
wedding with
Hello?
no shirt.
No, why would
Yeah,
you want
I don't
that?
think your
Really?
nipples.
You were on my side this
I
whole
was the whole
time.
Disneyland thing. That is like a girl's dream come true, I guess, if you're into that Disney stuff.
Yeah.
We wanted it during COVID. My wife and I wanted to redo our vows. And
Whose
her,
idea was that? Your
hers,
idea or
hers, hers. Her vows was enough already.
That's all she wanted to say to you.
Yes, that's it.
Aww.
I know, it's sad. When are you
And
getting?
did you write your own vow?
I did.
Did you actually do it?
I did.
Did you renew them?
No.
Oh, so then.
No, we're living with the
wrote
same
it?
old. I wrote something down, but we didn't do
Did
it.
you get her another ring?
Have you been on a podcast before?
Yeah.
Did you find that in some of them they'll ask you the questions? Like what, the other ones, not this podcast. Did you-
Yeah, but then that's boring, isn't it?
so you go on podcast to interview
that
the
you can talk.
podcaster?
Yeah, and then I just roll my eyes. It gets boring. At least having a conversation, I feel.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
No, I think this is great.
So tell us about that time. You got your wife for her birthday an elephant in the backyard.
I did. I got my wife an elephant.
That
in
was
the back.
funny.
You want to hear funny gift
Go
idea?
on.
I'll tell you a funny gift idea. When you were on AGT, I always did jokes. I told you I was going to talk about this a little bit. I always did
the
joke
thing
rap
is-
gifts.
Well, I gave you one back. You
No,
bought
wait.
me a slipper, a metal.
No, that was nice.
That
That was
wasn't.
a
I
nice
gave
one.
that
He
back.
actually
I know you
tried.
gave it back.
He actually tried really
That was
hard
a,
with
it was
that
a
one.
candy. It was a pure silver $500
Flipper.
I
candy
have
tray.
yours.
Flip-flop.
I
I
have
It was
gave
a
it
flip
back.
flop that you put
Because you
candies
gave
in.
it back and he
it's
gave
in
it to
her
me.
house now.
And what do you use it for?
Candy. It's
no,
it's
keys. I use it to put my keys,
keys
in.
at the front door. It was pure silver. But that was a serious thing. She goes, I'm not going to fucking have that. Then, listen to what happened. As a joke,
Terrible gift.
no, I'm yelling, but listen to this. As a joke, we were in New York for the wrap gift. I went to a pet store. I paid the guy $1,000. He had all these parakeets. And I said, can I rent the parakeets for
I didn't know you'd rented it.
I know. Can I rent the parakeets for an hour? So I delivered parakeets, and it was like a funny joke to all my castmates, you and everybody else, with a
I
note
brought them
saying,
back on the jet.
I know. You, which is it's me. Don't worry about it. It's, with notes that said that they were special
Yeah.
Parisian parakeets.
believed it.
Yeah, they believed it, and how to care for them. They had to stay in a room
Yeah.
no less than 80 degrees. They had
Yeah.
to be fed every 19 minutes. They live to be 3 years old. Each of these is 2 years, 9 months old.
Yeah.
And
Mine lived a long time.
well, that was
You
it was
weren't
bullshit.
you weren't supposed
I was
to
giving
take
you
it
I didn't know
supposedly
that.
old, high maintenance parakeets that are going to live for another 3 months, and I gave them to everybody in the room. Howard Stern got mad at me, yelled at me, talked about it on the radio, and I got in trouble from PETA.
Because he's an animal activist.
I know,
well,
but
I
I wasn't
took
doing.
two.
So she took 2 home. I
Well,
I
one
didn't
for
pay
each
for them.
kid.
I know, but they weren't real. It was just for
They
an
were
hour as a
real.
joke.
They were
No,
proper birds.
I know, but it wasn't really a gift.
Well, you didn't say, and now I'm going to take the gift back. I got attached. I named these 2
You
birds.
get attached to me. You had it for 15 minutes.
No, I didn't. I got attached, and they survived quite some time.
Well, listen. Okay, so she takes
one
2 birds.
flew out of my apartment, and I had to hire somebody to come and get it.
A parakeet catcher?
A bird catcher.
Okay, but before that,
Yeah.
they used to fly us privately back from New York.
Yeah.
She took the 2 birds.
Yes.
2 birds, no cage. That sounds like a really bad video.
Two girls, 1 cup.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
the
her jo-
reference.
that's his
That's the
joke.
reference.
That's
Got
his
it.
joke.
Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't understand why people do that to
I
each
know.
other.
Have 2 cups. So anyway, they
Is
you
that-
brought the
go
birds
on.
back on a plane.
Yeah,
on a
because that
private
was
jet.
a present that you gave me. So in my mind, I
Not
thought
in a cage.
I'd already given a present back. I'm keeping these,
No.
and I'm going to be gracious.
Right. She gave back a
So you
piece of
gave
silver. She carried 2 birds that weren't hers.
My
home
kids loved it.
in a plane. And
So
the
then did
flight
you have to
attendant,
pay for
the
the-
flight attendant was I don't know if you remember this. The flight
But it was
attendant
scary, yeah.
deathly afraid of birds. First of all, who gets into the
I
aviation
ended
business?
up getting them really tame. They would go on my finger.
They were flying all over the plane. The flight attendant was screaming. Nobody could get water. You're going, don't hurt the bird. Don't hurt the bird. These are for the kids.
Do you
Don't hurt
remember
the
what
bird.
I got
We're
you?
in the plane. Wait.
Do you remember what I got you?
No. What'd you get me?
You don't remember?
Yes, I do.
I stuck it on everyone's door.
Dildos.
Really big dildos.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a gift. I just thought you were using my room. Anyway, the thing is that.
Did you take that home?
It was really
He
big.
said, yeah, Rich said yes.
Did you take it?
I took it
Did
home.
you take it?
You had a big, this giant black dildos. I remember this.
Yeah.
And then as a joke, you had a party at your house. Not as a joke. You had a party at your house, a birthday party.
Yeah.
There was a surprise party where you made the wine cups and you
Yeah.
wrote our names on it. So I thought it'd be kind of funny to re-gift. So I brought
me
a little
back?
bag. Wait. I brought the little bag with a giant black dildo and came to the house, and that's all I had. And I rang the doorbell because I was going to your house. And
Madison answered the door.
Maddie is at the time her 4-year-old daughter answers the door and she goes, "Is that a present for Mommy?" I go, "No." She goes, "Mommy said I could take the presents." She grabs the presents, and the last image I have is your 4-year-old daughter running upstairs with a 9-inch black dildo, going, "Mommy!" But anyway,
But you know what's really funny is Heidi thought that present was serious, and she really liked it.
okay.
Those Germans.
The more you know.
No, she was like, "Thank you,
Okay.
thank you very much."
All right. I don't know how to comment on that, but that's clickbait. That'll be good. Anyway.
What else?
What was I saying? Okay, so you took the
The
birds
birds.
home. The birds.
And you took the dildo home and
the birds
regifted.
died, right? You're not good with animals.
Eventually, they died.
But you said that you had a problem with your goat's penis.
Well, I had my fainting goats.
Your what?
I had fainting goats. I didn't know that this was a thing, but they're actually bred to faint.
Uh-huh. What
So-
does that have to do with a penis?
Well, one of them died because his penis got clogged up. And I
What?
didn't know that goats, there's a word for it. I didn't know that goats are privy to a clogged penis thing and you have to get the end cut off. But if you don't catch it in time, it can implode. And I didn't know that. So my goat was in the corner all like sad. And usually when I shake the food, it faints. And we laugh and it gets up, and it is an actual thing, fainting goats. It's not being cruel.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about the penis thing, and then he wasn't being able to get saved because it had like swollen up. But I didn't know that goats, that was a thing that happened to them. You know, it's like,
you know that,
you
Alex?
know, like Labradors get arthritis.
It's like
fainting
Labradors
goats.
get arthritis. Fainting goats have
They get
exploding
all
penises.
Yeah, but the girl obviously didn't have a penis, so
Oh.
she survived.
Oh.
And she's still alive. She's at my friend's ranch. And they're the most beautiful
Good to
things.
know. Yeah.
Sounds beautiful.
They would come in the house. I mean, I'd put a little nappy on them because their poops are just like rabbit poos. It's not like big poops. Like my 2 Rottweilers, their poops are like a mound.
And their penises are okay.
Yeah, they're kept all intact. And they're working dogs. They're my security dogs.
So what are you
Did I
laughing at?
educate you all? Who knew that? I didn't know that. And I said to the vet, why didn't you tell me that goats had a penis problem?
And
I would have kept my eye out for it and checked. Well, not
You would-
checked
well,
it.
what do you check?
You would
How do
look at
know?
your goat's penis?
Well, you just know because it gets swollen and they get sad. They do. That's not a laughing joke. I love my.
not a
Which is not like humans. Because
Well, I
sometimes
don't know. I
when,
think there are some stuff that you men get. with
but
all
when
your
it gets
penises.
swollen and big, there's very rarely
Well, like
sad.
if you
You
take
don't get sad,
Viagra,
yeah.
doesn't
What?
it just? If you take Viagra, it's kind of just it swells and stays there.
But you don't get sad.
Stays there?
Rich, doesn't it just swell and stay there? Well, of a certain age, you have to use Viagra, so they say.
He says, I've never done.
Have you been with somebody who's used Viagra?
I don't think so.
Oh, her? Does she?
No, has
Don't
she
women
been
do
with
it
so-
too? Women do.
Oh, can women take
yeah,
Viagra?
Women can take it.
What happens?
What, the vaginas explode? What happens?
No, they don't. It's not like.
Do they use
those.
it to squirt?
It's not like. No, I think it just gets them more excited. I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never
think
done
women
it.
use the Viagra.
No.
They might use like
Where's my phone?
something to
You-
keep
women
them
do.
wet instead
Alex?
of dry.
Don't women take Viagra?
Which Alex are you asking? My son's here and Richard's girlfriend.
They don't use, but women don't use Viagra.
I don't think so. To
No,
squirt?
they can. What?
Do you
Can
know
look it up?
in porn you
They
get
do
paid.
for
they
for
can.
getting excited.
In porn what? Talk to the people at home. Tell the people at home. In porn what?
You get paid more if you squirt.
Really?
That's
How
all I
much
was
do you
gonna
get for
say.
a squirt?
I don't know, but it's really enjoyable. It's an art form.
I feel
Squirting.
like our commenters might know some of this information.
But what were
I
you
don't-
saying? You know somebody that a lady that takes Viagra.
No. I know that.
How do you
women
know?
Can take it. I've looked it up. Women can take
I've looked-
it.
And what
but
happens to their privates?
Nothing.
So what's
their
the
libido
point?
Gets going, but nothing
Oh.
happens
But if a girl has a hard on for more than 4 hours, you're supposed to call a doctor, right?
Well, does their clitoris get big or something?
No.
See, you
Like
know.
a goat, like
He
a fainting
knows.
goat.
But
That's
you don't
not
have to take
testosterone.
Viagra, do you?
I no, I've never taken Viagra. I'd be afraid to.
Well, so then you're all functioning.
Yes.
Can we
yes.
good.
change
And I
topics?
squirt.
Can we change,
So does that mean I get extra money?
Can we change topics?
No.
Well, I think it's open to be able to say when you get past 60, things dry up.
No, that's fine to talk about, just not like my dad's.
Well, yeah, oh, a lot of, especially the vagina. The vagina is something that, especially here in Hollywood, they rejuvenate them.
Yes,
Her friend does that.
she does.
Two people, not to herself. Yes, that's her job.
But get
bet
her on the
she's seen
speaker.
everything.
Get
We
her on
don't have a
speaker.
plug. We
It
can't
doesn't
do it.
plug. You can hear it on your
So
mics.
did you do the laser thing up the vagina hole
Yeah.
or
No.
the
To tighten.
reconstruction?
No, she does do that.
That's
So that-
really good.
Do you do that?
I've had stuff.
You have a.
What's
No, because after my abusive relationship, I didn't want the thought of that being the last person that was there.
So
So
you
you built
intake-
you built new walls.
No, I didn't need to
the
because
hymen.
everything's
You put the
perfect.
hymen back together.
No,
That's
I
what
didn't
she
go that
does.
far.
That's what Natasha does.
So
That's
do
what
her
I
on
didn't go that
speaker, and
far.
we'll do it like this.
I don't have my phone.
Well, can somebody
But-
get it? Where is your phone?
But why are you so eager to talk to the vagina lady? What's wrong
He
with
always
you?
wants to call Natasha. Just you had other questions.
Why do you always want to talk to Natasha?
Because she talks about the vagina.
She's already talked about it.
But you talk about it with somebody who's done it. She said that she does vaginas, and they remove, I don't know how to say it.
Labias.
Yeah.
Meat curtains.
That's awful to say that.
Oh,
You're
is that
not
the
supposed
best?
to
Because
say
some
that.
women would be offended. I don't have them, by the way, but you never know. Some women in here may have them, and some men like them.
Meat curtains?
Yeah.
They're
Oh, you don't say meat
labias.
curtains? What?
Labias. They can come
labia?
in different shapes and sizes.
What are you doing? What is that
Well,
with your
some
hand?
are out, some are in, some are peeking.
There's a difference between labia minora and
But they
labia
can take
majora,
those.
too.
I'm going to start a charity because they're doing so much of that in LA, where they take
Stop
those
it.
and rebuild ears.
But then it's dead skin.
Ears.
ears.
It's
People,
dead
there are
skin.
people that are born without ears. The guy from
They
Kiss.
don't do that. You're lying. Do they do that?
Love it.
Who was on our show? Who was on the podcast
don't
that
do
had
that.
an ear rebuilt?
Oh yeah.
Paul Stanley from Kiss was born without an ear.
Yeah, but did he take a labia?
No, but I thought this is a good idea. We're coming up
No,
with a
you
ear.
can't do that.
Why?
Just do a stem.
Hello?
Just do a stem cell thing. They can't do that.
Hello?
But some women, they're kind
What?
of a bit embarrassed. They want to sort all
Are
that
you
out.
picking your ear? No, I'm having fun.
Do you think AGT is going to be very excited that you're talking about
Oh, yeah,
all
this
this
in
in
the
front of
background.
AGT?
But it's fine. It's fine, I think. I think it's fine. Because it's what happens in life.
It is. It is. This is like behind the scenes.
So go on.
Well, now you got me nervous.
Go on now.
Sorry.
What do you want to say?
Well, I think we're all fine. You're functioning. You're happily married. You're happily married. I'm about to be happily married.
So, were you given a date yet? And if you
I
are,
have to go and see the priest when I get back. The 30th of October. Yeah, I remember that. That's good. 30th of October, I'm going to see the priest.
and he'll
then
give you a
Wait.
date.
Then
Wait, that already passed.
Oh. Maybe it's the 30th of September.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, you missed it.
September, October.
You missed the
30th
date.
Of November.
No, I think
November.
no. No,
Wait,
that's
what
gone
day is
too. It's too late.
It's October.
It's too
Yeah,
late.
it's the 30th of October. It's the 22nd now.
Oh, the
Yeah.
30th, not the 13th.
The 30th. 30. The 30th. I haven't missed it.
Okay.
It's in my diary.
In your diary?
You know, you have alerts
A
on your
journal.
phone.
Like, oh, do you have a diary? Oh, on your calendar.
Yeah. So I haven't missed it.
No. And are your kids going to march? Like, do you do that? Is it going to be like do they march?
Well, what do you mean March?
I don't know. Is like one of them the flower girl? What do you call
Yeah,
it in
you
England?
do. I'm going to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
What do
haven't
you call it?
decided everything yet. I
I'm
haven't
trying-
decided
well,
everything.
let's do it on
No,
this.
because it'll just make me panic it. I'll decide that
No, don't panic.
after.
But I just want, I'm
October
looking for a
30th.
title for this episode, and Mel
Well,
B
you can't
plans the
call
wedding.
it labia.
No?
No.
All right, I won't then. This is not the labia episode.
So what did you want to ask me?
I wanted to ask you so many things, but I'm so
Really?
confused. I'm really confused.
See, you've got what I get. I get
What did you
confused.
get?
I get confused all
Yeah,
the time.
this is just confusion. This has just been an hour of confusion.
Has it been an hour?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Feels like an hour.
Seems like it.
Well, if you want to ask
No.
questions, go on then.
I want to ask questions.
Go on then.
I'm
Are you the closest with Victoria? Since she's doing all your dresses and
Well, I have different relationships with different girls.
Who's your favorite Spice Girl?
Well, it depends where I'm going or what I'm doing.
really?
Right now, sitting here doing my podcast, who is your favorite Spice Girl?
To go to dinner with?
No,
To
just
do a podcast with?
No.
Just in
Who do you
general.
feel like you're the closest to?
like
who
if
would you call?
Could you call one right now?
Yeah.
So call
Like
one.
who do you
And put it on
consider-
speaker and put it near your thing.
No, because then I have to, it's not nice to do that because I have to say, I'm calling
It's
you and
also
I'm
not
doing
nice
the
to
podcast.
give back a gift, and you did
Yeah, but that was a shit gift.
Okay.
So call one of your shitty friends.
No.
No, they're really nice friends.
Yeah.
I think, so it depends. If I was going to go and work out, it'd be Mel C because she's
Call
very,
Victoria.
astute.
Call Victoria.
She's probably not here on this side. I'll tell you who is here.
They don't have to-
Jerry's here promoting her book, The Crazy One.
Jerry's the crazy one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not.
No, you're not. Let's call Victoria. Does she go to bed? I can't imagine they go to bed early. Did you
Well, it
watch?
depends where she is.
Right. If she's in bed, then she's gone to bed. Did you watch the Netflix documentary?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting to watch it when I get back.
What was the craziest thing that happened because you had the fame of the Spice Girls. I took you and your friend.
went
It was like
multiple times.
crazy. It was crazy. It was like it was as big, if not bigger, than what Taylor Swift is going through.
No, Taylor Swift is on a different level now, I think. Completely. She's doing massive stadiums everywhere. She's like,
Weren't you playing stadiums?
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, she's on that roller coaster.
But at that time, what is the craziest fan interaction that you had? I don't know what it's like with women. Is it like when you talk to like guys that were in the boy bands, they would have like girls hiding in their room when they would get back, and what was it like for? Because you were all young and sing. How old were you when it started?
18, but then we didn't go on tour till we were in our 20s. And then we did it again recently, well, in 2019.
Yeah. But what was the craziest fan interaction you ever had? Or
I've had lots of stuff.
okay, that's good. You really paint a picture, Mel. It's like we're all there.
Clickbait.
I'm trying to think.
Jeremy, put up
What's-
pictures of lots of stuff. Oh, look, there's groceries.
trying to think.
Oh, it's a library. You know what we're showing
Did you
right
have
now?
anyone sneak into your room?
Yeah.
Like, and we're there when you open the door and we're just.
Were
Yeah.
you promiscuous on the road?
Not a lot, but a few times. It was good.
Would you go to, would you have somebody who worked in the tour that would look into the audience, point at somebody?
No,
and-
I would just do that.
Oh, okay. Really? During the show?
Yeah.
What? How would you connect with
Well,
somebody?
you sing a song to the audience, don't you? And then yeah.
And then you would say,
You would single
It's
one
very
out.
cute.
you. Did you?
It might not have been that. It might have been that.
Well, it doesn't matter. So you.
I
here.
never saw that dance move when I saw you on tour.
Oh, that's scissors.
No, I know.
No, but that's why people don't understand why you're not supposed to run with scissors. Because it's hard. How do you run? How do you run with scissors?
Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is.
Right. Because I thought you looked
Thank
confused.
you. Thank you for
I was
making
confused
sure the children
because he was
educated.
pointing to his ear, and I don't know.
I was doing Howie's labia ear.
Oh, his labia ear to tell me what scissors was. I didn't understand the reference.
Yeah. There's
That's
for you
good that
people
you
who
know.
are just listening
That's
to
good
this
that
and
you
watching,
know scissors.
there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you guys aren't even privy to. I wish you could have some behind the scenes footage.
I'm
but-
tired now. Aren't you tired?
well, that's what I do. That's Howie Mandel does stuff.
You're not-
That's what
She's
people come on the
bored.
show.
She's bored of you.
No, I'm not bored.
But
I'm
you're tired.
cold though.
You're cold and
You had
tired.
to set up a fan.
I
The
know.
fan.
freezing.
Turn off the fucking fan. She's freezing.
cold.
It
Turn
is
off
cold.
the fan.
Look,
What are
feel
you
my
doing?
hand. Oh,
And
no,
I'm
you
scared
feel
to
my
cross
hand.
my arms. No, you're cold. I'm cold
I'm
too,
cold.
though.
Well,
Yeah.
we weren't going to run the fan. It's just it's too cold. Thank
Is
you.
that it?
Can you
What?
hear us now?
Okay, so now we're going to begin. Welcome to Howie
that
Mandel
it?
Does Stuff. I'm Howie Mandel.
Is that what you meant to
Jacqueline's
do?
oldest daughter. Oh, I don't think we ever even did that.
No, we're doing it now. We're starting. Now we're going to start. Go ahead. Hi, I'm
You're
Howie
Howie,
Mandel.
you're Jacqueline, I'm Mel B.
Yeah, I'm Jacqueline, his daughter.
And our guest today is Mel B. Mel B is not only a friend, Mel B is a mother, Mel B is a superstar
you have to do that? You have to
singer.
list-
We're starting again.
Right, go on.
She was in the Spice Girls. She's a movie
I still
star.
am in the Spice Girls. I
And
still am in.
and we're going to talk about the reunion, and they're getting together and we can't give away a lot of the secrets, but you've told
What are
me.
the secrets?
You said that you can't talk about it too much.
Oh,
Spice
to do with
Girls.
Spice Girls stuff. No, not yet. Not yet.
All right, so we'll
Soon.
wait. We'll wait. She's going to talk
like
about it
15
soon.
minutes?
Hang on.
Soon. Like at this, like maybe.
No. Don't even tell us. When you're ready, you'll tell us. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't say yet.
I know. We're waiting.
But we have all signed.
Okay.
But we can't say anything yet.
Okay.
But it will be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now.
I can't say.
Okay.
Can't say yet.
Not yet.
You hungry? I'm hungry.
Hmm?
Did you order food yet? I haven't ordered food. Oh, I have. I've ordered lentil soup.
How do
You should
order
have
lentil
some
soup?
lentil soup from this place. They get it for you here.
I didn't
My
know we can
ADD
order
going
food. I've been
crazy.
doing the podcast for 2 fucking years. Nobody's ordered food.
Lentil soup. It's so good. The AGT
don't make you
lady,
pop
Bella,
off.
gets it. No, that's what Heidi said. She pops off for some other reasons.
Really? Okay, now, Spice Girls. Can you tell us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're-
Here we go.
we're-
We waited for the information. She couldn't talk about it before, but now she can.
There's 5 of us and we're doing something together. All 5. Like in 2019 it was 4, now it's 5.
What? Why did
Wasn't it Victoria that was
Why
that
didn't
wouldn't
want
do
to?
it? Yeah.
She didn't want to, but now
Well, it
she's
wasn't
ready.
a case if she didn't want to. She just wanted to do something else. Her fashion show was popping off. Not literally popping off. Her fashion show,
Starting?
fashion stuff was like
Oh.
going crazy.
It's still going crazy.
And in-
People
but it
like,
still
she has
is.
a successful fashion.
Very successful.
That's
so
what
she
you wore
wanted
to your
to
MB.
focus on that.
And now
And she didn't want to necessarily be up on stage.
Are you
singing.
writing new music?
Is that what you're not allowed to talk about?
There's lots
That
of
means
things
yes.
I can't
You should-
talk
Why
about.
do you interrupt
That
them?
means yes.
You always interrupt
I'm
and
sorry.
don't
There's
let
lots
them
of
answer.
things that you can't talk
She
about.
wasn't going to answer that.
Oh, she was. Her eyes were opening.
But
and
there's
her mouth-
lots of stuff, and we're gonna do it.
Can you be a little more vague? What is your favorite of all the ones we know? What is your favorite Spice Girls song?
Oh, they're all my favorite because we wrote them all. To be honest,
Did you have equal writing? Because I watched
Yes.
that documentary on the Beatles, and I
Yes.
watched how they did it. And there isn't a documentary really on the process of how you guys wrote the songs.
not that one. No, it's gonna be good.
Can't talk about it. I can't talk about it yet. We're not allowed to talk about it yet, but there's so much.
But it's gonna be. You're gonna be like, whoa.
What lyric? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Is that
That's self-explanatory.
No, I'm not saying what does that fucking mean.
I thought you were going to say zigga zigga. What does that mean?
What?
I thought you were going to say, what does zigga zigga mean?
Now I will. Is that part of the song?
lyric.
That's part of that part of the song.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
Well, I'm not going to tell you now because you didn't even know it was part of that lyric.
Okay. Do you know what it means?
No, I don't know what it means, but I know that.
Zigga zigga zow?
Oh.
Zigga zigga zow?
Ah.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Zigga zigga zow.
No, I really, really, really want a zigga zig. Ah.
Oh.
Is that fingering or is that?
Nothing. It's just I just when I'm asking questions, I use my hands. So what is your?
That's terrible,
That's how
isn't
I
it?
talk. I know. Is that sex? Was that sex? Zigga zigga ow.
For a start, it can be anything that you want it to mean. But for
Did
me,
you write that lyric?
Yes.
Okay, so then what the fuck does it mean?
You know.
I know. I don't want to tell her. Guess what it means.
I have no idea. This might be the weirdest interview we've done yet.
I like it. I don't think it's weird.
I don't
No,
think
it's not.
We're learning a lot, and we're getting
It's
a lot.
probably very similar to all the other ones you've done.
I
This
think
is
it's
just
nice.
this is an hour with Mel. But, so Mel, did you write that? That
We
lyric?
wrote all of our songs.
but I
we
don't-
were listening
I'm a
to some
comedian.
ragga. We were listening to reggae and ragga. And
What's
we were all
ragga?
like
Ragga.
pumped up.
What- I don't know what ragga.
It's like Jamaican dance hall, reggae,
Okay.
ragga, skanky, like that kind of stuff. And we were all really riled up.
Oh, like reggae. 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 Is,
That was a really white boy thing to say.
oh reggae.
Oh,
is-
you listen to reggae.
reggae. It's when when my gay friends go to Jamaica and dance. It's reggae.
So we were kind of amped up because before we write songs, we would listen to kind of like music that we wanted to, I don't know, that got us like in that zone. So if we're going to write a ballad, we would listen to some like slow songs beforehand.
I get it.
And we wanted an upbeat song for our like first single.
Right.
So we were listening to a lot of reggae, a lot of ragga, a lot of Buju Banton, kind of a bit of like ghetto like music. And you know, they do a lot of that patois talk
Yeah.
in reggae and
Right.
that
So
kind
how
of
did you
stuff.
come up? Tell me what you want. Did you write that lyric alone? Like, did you ever think of a lyric in your head and you write
Well,
it down?
that's the only one that is made up. The rest we wrote like lyrics and sentences that make sense. Like "To Become One" is about safe sex. But
What?
if you sing it, then
What is- say
it's
it
just
again?
about two people becoming one.
Is safe sex.
Yeah, "To Become One," the slow ballad Spice Girls song.
No, I know the song, but why is that safe sex?
Because you be a little bit wiser, baby. Put it on, because tonight is the night to become one. So it's about, say, put a condom on before we have sex.
What is the two becoming one?
Well, because then you're one body, aren't you?
Oh, that you come together. I'm starting to learn.
So it's about doing lyrics where you're getting a message across, but
I
it's still
understand. I
family
just like that.
friendly.
Yeah, because can I explain something to you?
Go on.
I understand everything you're saying. I do this for the audience so that they
They understand it.
follow along.
But Zigga Zigga High does mean, yes, I did write that particular
Zigga
line.
Zigga High. This is what you wrote. Zigga Zigga High. With all the songs.
Zigga Zigga Ah.
Zigga Zigga
Ah, eh.
Zigga Zigga Ah.
No,
is
zig a zig.
I
Ah.
know.
Zig-
I have a
not-
Canadian accent.
Yeah, but you're putting
Zigga
too
Zigga
many
What?
words
You
in
say
it.
A. Zigga Zig A.
Zigga Zigga. I see what you did there
A.
in Canada.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I understand it. What I have to do
Right.
is I clarify for all the people watching on YouTube.
Well, they shouldn't listen then
To what?
if they don't understand it.
You're telling our audience just to tune out?
Just fast forward that bit.
No, they're commenting and they're really.
Oh, in real time.
Well,
No,
when this comes
no.
on,
Oh,
this
Way,
is not
no.
live.
they're going to start commenting way past your missed appointment at the cathedral with the priest. Do you feel like you've had enough of me?
Well, I have you for another 6 hours, 7 hours, but I'm not sitting beside you.
I know. I
Is
miss
that
you.
sad?
I was really annoyed at that. I was.
All kidding aside,
I was.
I love this kid, this kid. But she is so funny, so
And I
smart.
write things on his
so
thing.
Oh, she got me in trouble once. That's another thing. So she's always doodling, and she doodles horribly graphic, pornographic pictures. But I didn't know that. She just sits there, and there's a big dick.
I draw the same thing every time I sit next to you.
Big
Boobs
dicks,
and penises.
Boobs and penises. I didn't know. And then one time in the middle of a live show, you know, during the when she was sitting beside me on AGT, you know, they have the papers because we have the information, and she was doodling. She doodles a big dick or balls and whatever. And there's
And
some
shooting stuff.
okay, the squirting because you get extra money for that. But anyway, she remembers the picture.
I do.
Some kid came on. It was a kid. Some kid came on and didn't do that well, and I didn't know how to tell the kid that I wanted to be constructive and I wanted to look good. So I pick up the paper, and I just got the paper like right here, and I'm going, you know, sometimes we don't make the right choices. And I'm standing there, and there's a big dick squirting into the stars on my chin. I got a call at home from NBC going, what the fuck are you doing? They had to for
Can
the
you blame it on her?
for the East Canal.
I bet you did.
No, I didn't. But for the
Did they
West
have
Coast
to sing
feed,
it
they had
out?
they edited it out, and they put something in front because it was just white paper.
Yeah.
So they covered it out. But I felt like such a jerk. You fucked me.
I thought that was funny though.
It was funny.
It was
so
funny.
many funny things happened. Do you know one time in the middle of taping, there was a horrible act on, and I go to hit the red buzzer.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
but that was an accident.
Okay, I go to hit the red buzzer, it doesn't work. Heidi goes to hit the red buzzer, it doesn't work. Howard goes to hit the red buzzer, it doesn't work.
Oh, it was Howard then, yeah.
Yeah, so they shut down the show. They go, fuck, all the electronics are gone. They found out after an hour of searching that Mel had pulled out a plug to charge her phone.
Was Howard mad at you? I feel like he took it very seriously, his job.
Well, it wasn't my fault necessarily because they should have
What?
told
You
me
pulled
what
out.
plug was what. And I would have gladly
You
just
really
used a
think
different
that,
plug.
that, so now on the show
Well,
that we're doing
they
now, do
need
they
to-
take you around all the electronics?
They should have said this plug is for the red buzzers.
Why would
And
they
they should
think
have
you're
had
going
an
to throw
X
it
on
out?
it so that I wouldn't have touched it. It's silly having all those wires back there.
It is silly when you're doing a big TV show to have wires. Do you think we have too many wires for this podcast?
There's a lot.
we didn't have as many. You made us bring in
Extra
4 more
lighting.
Yeah,
lights
but
and
this
fans.
is good. This is good.
And well, subscribe. And when you subscribe and comment, tell us what you think of the lighting. Tell us what you think of Mel. I love Mel B. I love Mel B. We wish you nothing but health and happiness to you and
Thank
yours. I can't think, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be working with you again.
Did you really have questions for me? Are you joking?
No, I
He
had
did.
so much. We
He
had
did.
a
He
ton.
did a
We
lot
did a lot
of
of
homework.
homework. We were,
Did
we,
you?
yeah, we were
Yeah.
up
Why?
hours last night.
Why?
Because we
wanted to make
thought
this
we had a lot of things that we were interested in that we wanted
Well,
answers
we can
to.
do it again.
And we had viewers. They had a lot of questions.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
You're
did.
lying.
Yeah, there
You
was-
should come on one time and do it live, and then the viewers can ask
Live
you
is better. Live is better. Then it's just like rock and roll right there and then.
Well, you're coming back in a few months. If you come to our office.
Do you do it live?
Yes.
Yes, from our office.
That's
We
oh,
don't
it's
have a
in
way-
the valley.
We don't have.
What is your problem with the
I have
valley?
to go all the way over there. Takes about an hour.
You were
Don't you
staying
go
in
all the way back to like out of the country all the time?
Yeah, but that's
go
a
to-
flight. You can sleep. That's easy.
Yeah, but you don't drive, right? So you have a driver taking
Yeah,
you.
but still, it's like, oh. And then you have to drive all the way back, and that's 2 hours out of your day.
Yeah. You could stay in the valley.
No. Don't want to stay in the valley.
What do you hate about the valley? She
I
grew
used
up
to
in
live
the
in the valley.
Yeah.
I don't like the valley.
Most of our viewers are from the valley.
Well, that's nice. Do they like? They like it.
Everybody's from the valley.
Well,
We have
You
over
know what
2
happens where we work out of? A lot of the places in the valley over there do a lot of porn.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How do you know?
You
They
know.
do actually. They do actually because they have those big houses.
No, but most of
Yeah, they
we
do.
are
Porn
in the
film.
porn capital. My studio is in the center of the porn capital of the world.
Yeah.
I think if I did porn, I'd be a dominatrix.
Okay.
Oh.
I'd be good at that. Like, you don't have to have sex. You can just give pain.
Right. Well, that was
you
it. You
squirt?
did answer one of the questions.
No, you wouldn't have to do any of that.
No, I'm just asking
I'm
because then you
telling
get
Mom.
paid more
I'm
money.
telling Mom.
She said you get
No,
paid
but
more
you're
money.
being inappropriate.
You do if you
When
do.
we have guests on the show, you don't ask questions like that. You're sitting here with your father. You are sitting here with
Do
your
you?
father.
Have you? You've been with him for 10 years, surely.
No, no, she can't answer that question. She can't answer that question.
She mentioned it.
I know
To
she
you, 'cause
mentioned
you
it,
were
but that was a
talking about
problem.
porn.
No, guys, please. Thank you for watching,
It's
and that's
good
the
if
end of
somebody
the
can
no.
make
That's
it
the end
work.
of the show. We got to thank Mel B. I want to
Can you
thank you.
make your wife
Subscribe.
squirt?
I
make,
heard it's just
make
me.
comment. Shut up! Shut up!
It can get
HowieMandel.com.
messy,
Subscribe,
though.
comment. It's over. It's over. Take your mic off.
Okay, it's
Move
over.
The fan.
It's
Turn off the
over.
light.
Next time I'll answer questions. Sorry. You just
That
blew out.
That was amazing.
You just blew out
You're
Kyle's
amazing.
ears.